Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Balanced Body Podcast. My name is Nico from Cincinnati, Ohio, and with me today is Beth, who will be demonstrating some of the exercises with me on the Pilates Arc. Today, we are going to help you de-stress with Pilates in 5 minutes or less. Doesn't that sound excellent? Let's do it. The first thing we're going to do is breathe. That is the first thing that we do when we're born. We breathe and we cry, but we're not going to cry today. We're just going to breathe. Okay, so what I first want you to do is find your spot at the very edge of your arc, on the lip. Okay? To de-stress, you must find optimum posture so that nothing gets in the way. You don't want any bottlenecks. Okay? So perch yourself up on your sit bones, okay, and feel the length from the crown of the head, melting down through your ears, softening through your shoulders, all the way down through your hip and your sit bone. Okay? Let's take a big breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, start to feel all the stress of the day just escape you every time you breathe. Okay? So, Beth, continue to breathe like that, nice and big. Okay? And once you've found the breath pattern, it can continue to be inaudible, so that way you're not forcing a breath out. Okay? Good. Start to visualize that blue, cool air rushing in through your lips and hitting your tongue. Slowly coming in and coming out. Nice. I like to use the blue imagery because it's fresh, crisp air, and it energizes the body and allows the body to de-stress. And once you breathe in that air, visualize it swirling around your lungs as the blue color transitions into a softer orange. So now you have that crisp blue air coming in, and it's all swirling around, becoming orange. And the deeper you breathe, the hotter that air becomes, and it becomes a nice red, and exhale that red air out of your body. Excellent. So once you've taken that moment to breathe, okay, let's take a moment to let everything collapse. So let's reach your hands up to the ceiling on an inhale. Exhale, round your spine, reach for your toes, and just collapse your upper body. Stay right there. Nice. Feel the roundness in your spine. Feel the heaviness of the head. Lay on your knees or your thigh. Allow your elbows to bend and your shoulders just to soften. Okay? From there, take an inhale, sniff, and as you exhale, stack your spine all the way up, sit tall again. Inhale, reach your hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, collapse all the way down. Inhale, a little sniff through the nose, and exhale, stack tall. And hopefully, this time when you've stacked, you've come a little taller through your spine. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, let all that red used air out of your body. And inhale, sniff through the nose. And exhale, tall, long, and strong. Excellent. Let's stretch out the side of the body just briefly. Let's reach one hand up and over your head. Okay? Support yourself gently with the right hand either on the arc or on the mat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, soften the right shoulder, side bend over. Perfect. Staying here, the goal is not to do any rotation, so make sure you're still facing forward. Allow the right shoulder to melt. Good. As the right ear softens and the right shoulder and elbow bends. From here, take an inhale and use the rib to breathe out laterally. And then exhale, release. Again, inhale, breathe. And release. Again, a few more of those. Notice how the hip is always anchored either on the floor or on the arc itself. Okay? The more you have that feeling of lengthening to the side of the body, the more stress is going to float away from your body. Okay? Of course, in your studio, you would do both sides. Okay? Slowly come on all the way up. Release that hand out to the side. Soften the shoulder. Sitting tall again, inhale. And exhale out. Excellent. Hopefully, we've given you some tips on how to de-stress with Pilates in 5 minutes or less. Thank you, and see you next time.